Okay, here we go. This is another video on problem solving. We're talking about problem solving, which is mostly using our brain to construct the relationships and then break them down piece by piece using, mathematical stuff. So let's see what we got going on here. Again, this is two-step or multi-step like equations. So we're looking at things that have multiple parts to it. Let's see how we start here. It says Stephen belongs to a movie club in which he pays an annual fee of $39.95. So that's an annual fee. That's like just an initial cost. And then he rents DVDs for 99 cents each. That's kind of a ripoff because you can do that in some little shops anyways without paying the annual fee. Then it says Stephen spent $55.79. So this model is using a classic mathematical model to see what's happening. And they're going to ask us to use the DVDs, number of DVDs in the letter D here. So the model is that you have an initial cost, So we start with that much. Then we're going to add a new cost. So the cost per item times the number of items, and that's going to equal our total with the initial cost plus that. So you got to start with that initial cost, then charge so much per each thing, and then that's going to add up to your total. Well, we have a lot of this information here. So the initial cost right there is $39.95. So that's our initial cost. So let's go ahead and put that in here. We would have $39.95. And then the cost per item, we don't know, do we? Oh, yeah, we do. That's going to be 99 cents. So I'll put 99 cents. And then the number of items, that's what we don't know. That's that D. It says how many DVDs did he rent? So we'll put the letter D there. And then the last one is the total, which we do know. That's right here, $55.79. $55.79. All right, so how do we go about doing this? We got a whole lot of decimals going on here. So we could approximate a little bit. Let's try to get it as close as we can. I'm going to rewrite this a little bit. We have $39.95 plus 99 cents times D equals, I'm still running out of space. Let's redo that. We need lots of space for this one. $39.95 plus 99 cents times D equals, and then we got $55.79. $55.79. Okay, so now I'm going to do some subtraction here. If I subtract $39.95 from each of these, $39.95. Let's see what happens then. Now this makes a 0 over here, so I'll have 99 cents times D equals, well, let's see, 79 cents minus, we got 9 minus 5 is 4. We got to start doing some borrowing and stuff here. We got to do a lot of borrowing, in fact. So we'll have 17 minus 9 is 8. And then 14 minus 9 is 5, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So we got $15.84. And how many DVDs do you think that is? I'm guessing it's not 15 because they're a little bit less than $1. I think it's 16. But let me double check that by working backwards here. I'm going to do 16 times 99 cents. I'm pretty sure this is going to work out. So 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 9 is 54 plus the 5 is 59. Then 1 times 99 would give me that. So now I would have 4. 9 plus 9 is 8. It's looking good so far. And then we start adding stuff up here, and we got $15.84. Exactly. So how many did he get? 16. 16 DVDs. All right, let's look at this next one here. That was a long problem, by the way. Very long there. Let's look at the next one. Start highlighting our big information. 2003, the population of Zimbabwe was about 12.6 million, which was 1 million more than 4 times the population in 1950. Write and solve an equation to find the population from 1950. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. We know that when we took the population from 1950, from the 1950s, and we multiplied that 4 times, and then we added 1 million more, now we're at our current population, and that was 12.6 right now in 2003. So that's about 12.6. So what they're asking us to do is figure out what is this right there, the 1950s. So we're going to use a P for that. So this is actually a little bit easier for this one, I think. We'll have 4P plus 1 million, so I'm just going to say plus 1, equals 12.6. Cool. All right, so now I'm going to subtract 1 from each of these. Now I got to line up that ones digit there, so now I have 11.6 equals 4P. Now I got to figure out how many times is 4P going to 11.6. So that's a long division there. 4 going into 11.6. 4 goes into 11 twice. That's 8. Do a subtraction here. We'll have 3.6. 4 goes into 36 9 times. So that's 2.9. So it went from 2.9 million, which is already huge, and then it went from 2.9 million, 4 times that, which was 11.6, and then added another million by the time we're in 2003. And that's like 10 years ago. Imagine now. That's crazy. Another 10 years, I bet there's even a few more million in there. All right, let's keep going here. Doing good work. Let's look at numbers 3 and 4. There we go. Okay, so this says Maggie's brother is 3 years younger than twice her age. The sum of the ages is 24. How old is Maggie? Oh my goodness. So we know that Maggie plus the brother equals 24. We also know that Maggie's brother is 3 years younger than twice her age. Okay, so we got Maggie, and let's call that like M. And then the brother is really 3 years younger, so that's like less than twice her age. So you take Maggie, you times her by 2, and then you subtract 3. And then that would give you the brother. And together, those make 24. Okay, so Maggie is just Maggie's age. But the brother is twice Maggie, and then subtract 3. And altogether, they equal 24. Wow, that's kind of crazy there. All right, so let's see what we have happening here. Well, I could do some combining. M and 2M, Maggie and twice Maggie, is going to be 3 Maggies. Then we got subtract 3 equals 24. If I were to add 3 to both sides, I would come up with 3M equals 27. So then making a 1 by dividing by 3 on both sides, Maggie is 9 years old. Okay, so let's let this one, I think, is totally worth double checking because there's a lot of stuff going on. So let's see, if Maggie is 9, and if you were to double that, so 2 times 9 would be 18, and then subtract 3, that would be 15. So then her brother would be 15. If we put those together, do we get 24? You better believe it, 9 and 15 make 24. So that means Maggie is 9. Maggie is 9 years old. Sounded like she was a lot older than that. All right, let's take a look at this next one. Wrap it up here. Katie is saving to take the SAT prep course. Wow, that's expensive. $350. So far, she has saved $180. She adds $17 to her savings each week. How many more weeks must she save to be able to afford the course? Okay, so I'm not going to create an equation for this one. I'm just going to try to figure out. So she needs $350. So far, she has 180. So I'm going to subtract that and see what's left over. So if you were to subtract 180, we'd have, okay, 35 minus 8. So she needs $170 more. That's what she needs, $170 more. Right now, she's doing $17 per week. So if she does $17 per week, then how long does that take to get to $170? Well, this is actually pretty easy mental math. That would just be 10 weeks. So $17 times 10 weeks is $170, plus her 180 already gives you $350. So it's 10 weeks. So I want to show you guys that sometimes it's just as easy to not necessarily look at all the equations, but just problem solve. Focus on that. Okay, let's look at these multiple choice. Finish with that. And then you guys will be good to go here. All right. Use the graph to answer questions 5 through 7. 1/7 of Rhode Island's population density minus 17 equals the population density of Colorado. What is Rhode Island's population density? Oh my goodness. It's not even over here, but here's Colorado, 42. So let's just, do a 1/17. Oh my gosh, not even 1/7. Minus 17 equals the population, so equals Colorado. So that means we got 1/17 of Rhode Island, let's call it R, minus 17 equals Colorado. Now we know Colorado, so I'm going to fill that one in. That means 1/17 R, Rhode Island, minus 17 equals 42. All right, so let's work this out from here. So I'm going to add 17 to both sides to make a 0 here. And I got 42 and 17. That makes 59. So 1/17 Rhode Island equals 59. Now I need to make a 1, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 17. See what happens there. 17 over 17 is 1. So R equals 59 times 17. Okay, let's just think about this for a second. That is a big number. We could estimate it because 17 times 60 would be pretty close. Let's go ahead and work this one out though. 7 times 9 is 63. And then we got 7 times 5 is 35 plus 6. 35 plus 6 is 41. I'm going to put a 0 here, and then I got a 59. Now this I could add up, but I already noticed one thing. It ends in the number 3. Because that, I'm guessing it's going to be D. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be D. We'll see. Let's see what happens. So we add these up. We got a 0, carry the 1. We got another 0 and a 1. So 1003, the answer is D. All right. Let's see. How about we make these ones bonus? Go ahead and try these. I know they're somewhat challenging, but try these. These would be good food for thought here. Go ahead and take a minute, try those, and if you need, we can go over them in class as well, or you guys can email me. That's all. So thank you, and enjoy the video again on YouTube if you need to.